I have two movies I'm going to talk about today. The first is Marie Antoinette, and I watched this, and I know like a lot of people say it's not very well done, but I still like it anyway. Like it's kind of, well, not very good. But I liked it. I guess I'm one of those people too now. I did like it. I enjoyed it. Um, but I don't know why they didn't like include her death in this movie. Um, well, I guess it was like they were doing it up until um, she had to leave. Her and her family had to leave their home, and then later they were executed. But um, the thing is, like they said, Marie Antoinette was a terrible leader, and yeah, because she was young. She was so young. She was 14 when she got married, and then her husband's father died when he was young. So he was a young ruler, she was young, and they were kind of following the older people's advice. Like they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what to do. They weren't old enough to take care of themselves, but they were required to take care of a country. Like it was, they weren't any different than they are now. Teenagers, really. I mean, you could say that they were more mature back then, but at the same time, they're still teenagers and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to take care of themselves. How are they supposed to take care of the country? Like, that's insane. And the thing is, Antoinette was not born into royalty, so she had no idea what she was doing. Like, she was forced into it. It wasn't like she was born into it, or she didn't get to choose who she got married to. So, she didn't know what she was doing, and they always said that she didn't care about her people or whatever. I mean, at her age, she was a teenager during this whole thing. Really, she was 18. Um, believe when she had her first baby. It might have been earlier, but even then, she was not old enough. Even if she was even in her 20s, I mean, she wouldn't have been old enough to really know what she was supposed to do. And the reason that her and her husband got executed was money. I guess they were like, I don't know, there was money drama. But the thing is that they were kind of going with what other people were saying. They didn't know what it meant, what all it meant. So they kind of would ask the older people about how they haven't had enough money, and they would say, yeah, it'll be okay. And eventually, what they were doing kind of ended up costing them their life. But the thing is that they were going by the advice of people who were older than they were, and they trusted, knew what they were doing because they didn't. Um, so yeah, they were probably not really great leaders, but at the same time, how to it's like, how would you trust this country in the hands of an 18-year-old or 14-year-old? I don't think so. So they probably wouldn't care much either, or they would try, but it probably wouldn't work too well because, you know, it's just not what they're used to. Um, the saddest part in this movie was when she left Austria and she moved where she was. She brought her little puppy, her pug puppy, and when she got there, she had to say goodbye to her friends, and they also got rid of her puppy, made her puppy leave with them, and it was so sad because he was from Austria, whatever. But it's just a puppy. It was so sad. But yeah, but Marie Antoinette, you don't know. I know people do sympathize. I know people say she was really bad, and she probably was really bad at what she was doing. But at the same time, like I said, she was very young, so she really was self-absorbed because she was. She wasn't always that way, but if you're a teenager and you have people doing everything for you, and you don't have to do anything, and you get allowed to, like, she partied all the time and all that, would eventually kind of get to them a little bit, but no, I don't know. I feel like she's giving a bad rap, but she didn't even choose to be what she was. She was forced to do it. So, um, her husband and her husband knew that they were old enough. He knew that they weren't old enough to rule a country, but they had no choice. But I give Marie Antoinette 4 out of 5 stars, and I give it a thumb. So it is all good.